They'll run here with a rookie second-round pick, Kenneth Walker. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Prescott. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Walker now on 1st and 10. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run again with Walker. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Off the play fake, Prescott. He's going to air one out. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tyquan Thornton, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. Here we go. Here we go. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And some room to work. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go, but when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. Well, this defense for the Eagles much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles 11. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Off the option, it's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the option, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. throw it out right complete. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Matthews from 4 yards out. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. On play action, Prescott. Airing it out deep for Woods. It's caught inside the 25. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down. To throw is Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He will kiss it on the ground.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 13 yards there on a Washington first.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
Shot 17. And cycle.
He finds Matthews. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Lance. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Lance and company going on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Fights through, and now a crease. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Washington. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Prescott. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, he steps out. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Third and short yardage. Prescott. He's got his man, Thornton. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Going up top. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Able to find his man, Woods. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Play action now, Prescott. Throw out wide to Walker. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He's trying to parlay that great performance last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2, into a great performance in Week 3.
And the way he was able to do it last week, he started off doing it again this week. Energy, the way he comes off the line of scrimmage, attacks the defense, sets them back on their heels, and he finds openings as a result.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration motion when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Prescott to throw on fourth. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. A final shot before half for Lance. Forced out to his left. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Open man layup, it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Throwing on first down is Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Oh boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has something assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop it right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up the 3rd down. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taking it about the 16. So call that a 56-yard punt with a return of about 11. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Julian Blackman. And the Eagles are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Running left is Walker. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 57 yards on the ground for him so far. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Walker with another carry to the 27-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job bringing him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Now Prescott. This pass caught. It's Woods. Touchdown, Eagles. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this third down play as we play. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing his Lance on third down. And that will be incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Taken in at the 11. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before until he was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On third down, it's Prescott. Looking here for Smith downfield. And got his man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there. From the red zone now, Prescott. He's got it. Touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Lance. Open target, here is Matthews. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. This one swung out here to Jones. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Lance again. Escaping the pressure right. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. He's got room at the 30. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Washington. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 45 yards. And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very... And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The Lance going to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
To throw, it's Lance. Flushed out right. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Now a play fake. Lance. Flush to his right. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. Now Jones. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Aaron Jones with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well. Especially the quarterback.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Walker. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. To throw, Prescott. To Dobbs, and he hauls it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. Now Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Commanders will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Lance. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
Ready up.
Now Lance on the move to his left. And that is incomplete here. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And Matthews has it right side. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And Gay knocks this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Washington, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville.